Hello everyone, welcome back to the video. Today we will be discussing about what the meaning of commerce is. When I ask most of my students about what commerce is, they explain it by stating that buying and selling of goods and services is called commerce. Some people state that exchange of goods and services is called as commerce. Yes, partially correct, but that's called trade. So in this video we will be looking into what the meaning of commerce is with an example. Let us look into this pen. This pen is stated as made in India. Yes, made in India, but exactly where it is made. If you look into the details of the company or the pen, it is stating that it is manufactured in Maharashtra. So the pen is manufactured in Maharashtra and I am here in Chennai. How did the company which manufactured this pen knows that I require this pen where I am staying in Chennai? So there is a chain which is connecting me with this pen. Let's look into the details of the concept. First thing is, there is a transportation variable or factor which is connecting me with this pen. So there is transportation factor. Let's look into the other one. The company which manufactured this pen must have borrowed some money from the banks. So there is a banking factor which is involved in it. Since there is a banking factor, or the company has borrowed some money from the bank, the company was able to manufacture this pen, and from the manufacturing I was able to buy this pen. So there is banking factor involved in this. First it was transportation factor, then it was banking factor. Let's look into the other aspect. What if there is some kind of a calamities, earthquakes, flood? So it is not or it is always danger for a company to have uncertainty. So a company will be going for an insurance. Since there is an insurance, the company will be running its operations smoothly. So there is insurance factor involved in this. Let's look into the other one. Before the pen could reach me, maybe their pen will be stored in a warehouse. Since it's a pen, the warehouse facility may not be like in a cold storage like how we will have for the fish or other types of commodities, where the warehouse should be having a lot of facilities. In the context of pen, even a room temperature is fine, but a warehouse facility is required. Since there is a warehouse variable which made it possible for the pen to reach me on time without any damages. So there is warehouse variable. And let's look into the other one. How I came to know about this pen in the first place? Yes, this pen is manufactured in Maharashtra. It had warehouse, transportation, banking and other factors. But how I came to know about this pen? It is because I saw the advertisement of the pen. Not necessarily always, but in general we say that advertisement factor is the one which is making a consumer to get awareness about the product. So there is advertisement factor involved in this. So let's look into the other one. It's a company in Maharashtra and the pen has reached me in Chennai. There is a chain which is connecting me with this pen as we discussed, and we call that as warehouse. From the warehouse it was coming it. So it is wholesaler, and from the wholesaler it starts with the producer. So from the producer it comes to the wholesaler, and from the wholesaler it comes to the retailer, and from the retailer it finally comes to the final consumer. But there is always a distribution channel which is connecting the wholesaler to the retailer and retailer to the consumer. So we call them as a distribution channel. So there is distribution factor which was involved in this concept to happen this transaction, which made this transaction possible. So to put that whole aspect in a perspective, I purchased this pen. I am the producer. I purchased this pen. I am the buyer, and the company which sold this, the seller. This is called as trade. I purchased this pen, I paid the amount and I got the pen. This is called as trade. But how this trade happened? The trade happened because of the transportation factor, the banking factor, the insurance factor, the warehouse facilities and the distribution channel. It's because of all these factors which played its role, it was possible for me to purchase this pen. So the trade is where the buying and selling happens. In order for the buying and selling to happen, there must be an auxiliaries to trade. We call that as auxiliaries to trade or aids to trade. And because of the trade and auxiliaries trade which happen simultaneously or in a continuous basis, there became a commerce. So commerce is basically a study of trade plus auxiliaries to trade. If suppose anyone asks you what is the meaning of commerce, you can state that trade plus auxiliaries to trade is called as commerce. So you can go with this definition by stating that commerce is a study on how the chain works, how the trade happens. It's not just about buying and selling, it is also about how the buying and selling happens. So it is not only, as we discussed, so commerce is a bigger aspect too, and it covers trade and the auxiliaries to trade. And that's it, and I ensure that I have explained it clearly. If any further details arise, please put it in the comment section. And I thank you for your participation, and subscribe for more channels, subscribe for more such videos related to commerce. Thank you.